New trading day, brand new trading week, and of course we have a brand new trading month. I'm really happy to have you here in this morning briefing show. This is an awesome show that from Admirals, and I'm really happy that I can be your host here in this morning briefing show. So let's start with the normal stuff as every day, as every morning. We stream this show live on YouTube as well. So if you watch it on YouTube right now live or later as kind of a recording, then you will find a button in your right screen. And you can subscribe this channel from Admirals so you will never miss an episode from Paul, Jens, or from the morning briefing show. And you can give us a like if you want, if you say, okay, your effort is really cool for my own trading, that you learn something, that you can go forward with your own trading, kind of improvement for your own trading. And if you have any questions, so feel always free and never hesitate to leave a comment in the commentary field here. Or maybe now is your chance. You can do the same right on YouTube. Good morning, Don, Barry. And of course, here in the Zoom, there is a question box and you can leave your questions so I can see it there and we can talk about everything. In focus all the time, what we do today, what we expect this week. We have a really interesting day this week. We have a lot of upcoming events. And of course, the topic, the main focus is always sticking to the rules. You know, as a private trader, you don't have an effect or you cannot influence the price, the right side of the charts. Therefore, we have to work with a strategy. The strategy is based on rules. The strategy is based on a mathematical calculation. So therefore, there's the importance to sticking to the rules all the time. And this is a big chance to become successful in trading. Okay, so let's go and let me do the official stuff first and share the screen right now. So here we go. That's the chat box. I can see here. Alexander, wonderful good morning. Claudia, wonderful good morning. And Tina, hello. And I can see Ian. Nice to see you here in the show. So here we go. Great. Okay. So Thomas, wonderful good morning too. So that's me, that's your host, Markus Gabel. I'm engaged in trading around more than 22 years right now. I have my own trading service. My function there is kind of mentor, coach. So I support and encourage people in a very private atmosphere to become successful on a faster way. So structured and focused on the real and important things in trading. So, and at the same time, I'm a trader at the asset management Bond Schwalbeck and Partner. We have 3 offices in Switzerland, in Germany, and in Tokyo, of course. And if you want to have more information, you can visit all the time my homepage, dowhow-trading.com. There you can leave a comment on the contact formula if you have any questions, so feel free. Okay, if you want to send an email to Admirals, by the way, with making a selfie video, because you have special questions, then send it to livetrading@admiralmarkets.com. And that's my social profile on Instagram. Please, guys, be aware. Unfortunately, I have a lot of fake accounts. And I got so many comments of people, they seemingly get in contact with me because about cryptos. So guys, please be aware. I never get in touch with you by a social channel, by any offers about cryptos. This is the official webinar every morning. And I have only one official account on Instagram, and this is official Markus Gabel. That's all. No dot in between, no other names. Whatever you see, they copy all my accounts all the day. I can report it every day, at least 2 accounts every day, Markus, Lion, Gabel, or whatever. So, or especially a very tricky thing. They copied my account from official Markus Gabel to official .Markus Gabel. So if you don't have a focus on that, you think I get in touch with you and will give you some offers about cryptos and so on. Please report all of that or get in touch with me, but please be aware I never will ask you about something from myself to you about cryptos and so on. Please report them. There is only one official account on Instagram, also also on Twitter, in Facebook, and we have this live trading community based on the Admirals show this morning on twitch.tv, and there you can join it if you want. So, and at the best, by the way, and I had a fake account of Admirals Markets Global too. So please, that's all fake. There's only one official account from Admirals too, and this is Admirals Global. So follow them. We have a lovely account and lovely content there. You know, that's the strategy, and maybe you're the first time here on YouTube or on Zoom, by the way. As a private trader, you have to stick to rules, which means you need to follow a special strategy with a positive hit quote. And this is what we're doing and what is working for 142 years when Charles Dow, 1879, figured out that the so-called accumulation phase, where the price is really cheap, is the best opportunity to get into the market and to wait until you reach the last point, last high or low, and then you fulfill the hit quote about 72%. The older the trend, the less the probability that we reach the last point too. Therefore, that's the difference between 64 and 78. And if you can catch the first trend arm after the trend was valid, then the hit quote rises up to over 80%. So therefore, it's important to learn how to draw the trend properly and to catch every single signal in the first possible situation. And therefore, we make trading really, really easy. No guessing, no predicting, no wondering, nothing else, just following the rules. Well, a trend is needed. It should be a young trend. We trade out of the correction. Rule number 2 and 3 is regarding to a cheap price. And because we are not the guys who influence the price, we have to wait if we can see it with our eyes in that time frame you're working, that you can see that price turns in that accumulation phase. And we do it with Heikin Ashi. It's a trend indicator. And if you can see there a balance candle, then it's time to set your stop sell or stop buy order, never limit and never market. Okay, so that's the official stuff that you know what we do here in trading. So what do we expect about upcoming events? So we have 3 interesting events this week, not today, but tomorrow morning, Australian cash rate decision. And you know, they announced the last one that they will maybe rise with the rate decision. So be careful with all what's regarding to what is depending from Australian dollar for the moment. Okay. So next one, we expect on Thursday the UK interest rate decision. So we should be careful this week about a British pound. Okay. And please keep an eye on it. On Friday, it's the first Friday of every month, we expect the US employment report. So, and this will have a big effect on Dow, DAX, Euro, USD. So that's, and gold, by the way. So on Friday, the closer we are coming to these events, the more carefully we have to be. Okay, but today, we expect not really interesting things, just China's over and Swiss franc is over already. And yes, this afternoon, the ISM report on business. So there is no changing and we can focusing on our trades. Okay, guys, let's start with our live trading. And you know, we trade the DAX in live trading in 10 minutes. I get sometimes the question, why don't we trade in 5 minutes? So to be honest, it doesn't matter if you trade in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, both of the time frames are kind of day trading. But as the guy who have to do that in public, I have to stick to rules, by the way, and I have to follow the law of probability. You know, that's always the most important thing, that we follow the law of probability. So I cannot miss a signal. So that you have a bit of overview about my trade, about my week. So basically, I have around 15 coachings a week in person. I have 15 webinars a week. So in English and in German, by the way. So I trade simultaneously on 8 different platforms at the same time. So now you have a bit of imagination what I have to do during the day. So normally I work around 18 hours a day to make sure that you can become successful in trading. So therefore, I have to choose time frames where I never miss a signal, because I have to fulfill the law of probability. So therefore, 10 minutes is a little bit slower than 5 minutes. The trends are more stable. The signals are more, are more worth or more valuable. So therefore, we decided a couple of weeks ago to switch from 5 to 10 minutes. And since we did that, trades are more stable and we have really cool signals. So it doesn't matter if you trade in 5 minutes. You cannot become more successful or faster successful if you think you trade in 5 minutes. That's a big, big mistake. Yeah, don't believe that the closer or the smaller the time frame, the more you're successful you are. This is not the case, of course not. That's a big, big mistake. Okay. Or maybe you trade 15 minutes, whatever. There is not really a difference between 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Please be aware, in the order book, where the whole trading is starting and is ending, there is no time frame. So it's just only on you what you adjust in your MetaTrader. So you only say to your MetaTrader, please wrap that what's happening in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes in the order book. Please pack it literally in a candle. So this is just your own perception. There is no only one time frame, which is ultimately, which is absolutely. So just only on you. You can set even a MetaTrader 5. Maybe you can set, show me what happened in 7 minutes. So it doesn't matter, yeah? But the law of probability is based on the time frame. So it doesn't matter if you trade in 15 minutes or 10 minutes, you have to stick to the rules. You trade, you own trade by yourself, okay? So, and in focus is gold, oil, Dow Jones, EURUSD in hourly chart. And the rest, majors and minors, we trade in 4 hourly chart. The exotics, we trade in weekly chart. And the commodities and the indices, we trade in daily chart. So if there is a signal, then you will see it in the Twitch room or my Twitter account. And then here, DAX trading 10 minutes is the only one I trade in. Day trading is completely enough to make money. Okay, so if we focusing right now on the DAX 10 minutes, you see we had last week we had this trade was more a zero game, and then we realized, okay, this pink trend here, this uptrend, we started and we have this the first possibility to get into the trade, because there was the trend valid, the price came back, we had the balance candle, we started with the trade last Friday at 6:30 p.m. And I said, yeah, let's take it through the weekend. However, the trend is still valid. We have to stick to rules. That's all. So the plan was to make partial profits at the point 2, because there we fulfilled the hit quote. And let's see what happened. And when we came back this morning to the chart, it was a profitable trend for the moment. So how do we treat now and how do we manage this trade right now? We are fine. My stop, the real stop is in profit already. So I cannot lose money anymore. So now I'm emotionally free. Free. That's a kind of real freedom of a trader, okay? Real freedom of a trader. So, and now the purple line means that's the real stop. That's a soft stop, a kind of mental stop. And you can maybe, if you want, you can set an alert there too by trading and set an alert there. And you can modify it, by the way, too. And you can set a special alert there. So maybe this one, and not every 10 seconds, every 60 seconds, by the way. So, and then we can trail it here to the soft stop. Okay, so if the price come back there, then MetaTrader gives you a notification or sound that you know, oh, we are at the 0.3. And if we will have a close below the 0.3, then we can trail the hard stop to take the money from the desk. Okay, that's the Dow Jones. Sorry, that's the DAX. Let's have a look at the hourly chart trades, and we start with a view at the gold in hourly chart. So here we go. Just see my drawing program. Okay. So first of all, let's make clear where we are. So you see point of control, fair price is at 1778 on the lower side. So we must realize we are a bit in the red zone, which means the price is judged by the market by quite fair price. And you see in this zone here where the price currently is right now, we have a high volume zone, which is not so far away from the real point of control. So which means, yeah, we are quite fair with that price. Greetings, Anil. Greetings. Nice to see you here, guys. Okay, so what's about the trend? Let's draw the trend so that we can see where we are. So it's, of course, it's an uptrend. Now we have to start here because there was another trend break. So I guess this, yeah, that's, here we go. So move, correction, movement, correction. So now we have a valid trend, by the way, and that's the first correction we can trade with, which means if you can see next time a balance candle there, and then we can trade up. And you know, first target point of 2.2, and then let's see what can happen. So gold is quite on my watch list for today, because there were a bit of balance candles on Friday, but the price didn't go up. So we have more pressure, we have more volume on the seller side. So just wait. I guess we will have a balance candle or kind of stabilization of the price at this volume zone here. So please keep it on your watch list for the next 1, 2, 3 hours, by the way. So then Dow Jones in hourly chart. So where we are expensive price. Point of control is down $34,584 by one future contract. Actually, we are a bit in an expensive zone, but there is not really a downtrend for the moment. Yeah, not really a downtrend. Why is it? It's just still an uptrend. So let me show you. First move, correction, move, correction. So that's my trend, by the way. And you see, it's an old trend. Yeah. So was the first last move, correction, and the last move. So that was the all-time high last week. Since then, we are in the correction. It's a kind of stabilization zone. So you see that it's always the same price. And here you can see they turned this price exactly all the time at the same point. Now you can see what can happen if you have influence to the market, because this is Dow Jones. To turn the price exactly there means a lot of volume, not a binary. It's not a support zone, just price. Stop thinking in support zones and that way, just thinking in price. So, and there is, by the way, that's not really a downtrend. It's a bit of correction, yes, move. Then you see there was no close below that last point two. And since then we were on a correction, but it's not a valid trend. So be careful with fighting against the trend. Okay, the uptrend is still old. The downtrend is not valid. So actually there is nothing to do because we are trend traders. Then crude oil. So where we are, yeah, bit around the point of control. So by the way, there is nothing to do because there was an old trend break there. There was a trend break. So which means there is a new uptrend, movement, correction. Yes, this bit movement, correction. But here is the same. It's a bit of old trend. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth correction. And to be honest, oh, there's a trend break. There's a trend break, which means, do we have a trend right now? Nope, that's not. So, and about the trend, Anna, if you want, and if you're ready, and if you're with me, we can open my question for today. And my question for you is today, can you explain what a trend is? So if someone coming to you, he's not engaged in trading and he is, I heard it in anywhere. Can you explain me what is a trend? So maybe exactly what is a trend? Not only it's up and down. No, just only what is a trend? How does the trend develop? By the way, can you explain it very carefully and exactly? So maybe you can say yes, of course, or maybe you can say, not really. Go to Markus, he can explain. By the way, so just kidding. So can you explain what a trend is exactly? Not showing this is up and down. And can you explain how does the trend develop? Yeah. So type in and on YouTube if you want to. Okay, then switch to EURUSD. And in EURUSD, we have an interesting situation. By the way, we came up from the green zone and the point of control is up really far away at 121.79. So you see, we have a lot of space to go up to the point of control. We shouldn't miss that situation because now we get a new chance because now we have a trend break there. There's the trend break. And actually there's no new trend move. Correction, no trend, and you know it, NT, no trend, no trade, NT, no trend, no trade. Okay, we need a trend rule number 1. Okay, that's the parts from the hourly chart, and I have questions here on YouTube. What did you mean about the convergence for the NASDAQ last week? Yeah, I will come up to that. So Andreas, wonderful good morning. Have a question about i.e. artificial intelligence in market. Maybe had to work with this or see how it works, or just maybe do you know how uses it in market? So then it's a kind of same like in with algorithms. And to be honest, there is no AI, how is it? Artificial intelligence, never. Because a computer, and AI is a computer, is not able to think by itself. Because a computer has no awareness, has no subconsciousness, has no conscious. It's just a computer, still a computer. Even you work with neurons or something else, it's just build, and it's just programmed by a human being. So algorithms or AIs are just or has a big advantage in things making faster, but not better, especially in trading. So algorithms can use indifferences in the market or some strange things, but just only faster. First, a human brain must recognize what happens in the market. Just comes the human brain, and then afterwards will come the AI or algorithms. So please be careful with that. And an AI will never work by itself in trading, never and never. As long as an AI cannot think by itself, and actually it's not happened. So now let's go to the 4-hourly chart and switch here. First of all, let's come up with a really good news, because this morning we reached the final target. And this is the second time I can prove it. And you know, I'm really happy, but not about me, just I'm happy for you, because now you have the biggest proof ever that it makes sense what we do here in trading, here in this morning briefing show. And this is the only show, guys. This is the only show around the world. And believe me, I know a lot of webinars from colleagues from around the world. I look a lot of recordings of US webinars and so on. This is the only show worldwide where we work with the two natural things in trading, and that's the trend and the price. That's all. And the price is developed by volume. And as a consequence of the changing of the prices, we see movement and corrections and finally a trend. So therefore, we don't need any indicators. It is just the market profile indicator is the only indicator I work with, or maybe a little bit the volume, because I work with natural things, volume and price, and finally the trend. And you know, I am so happy that I can give you the proof. Even I am with my account in a deep drawdown phase, but this is based on drawdown phases and personal mistakes I made in the past, kind of wrong money management, by the way. But I don't care about that, because I trust the system, and I know on the long run we will get back in the profit zone. And I know that. This is another proof. Last week we had Euro Swiss franc. Now we have Australian dollar Swiss franc, which comes back exactly. Look where we are. Exactly hits the point of control. So I have a private question to you. Do you trust me right now? Or do you, more than that, do you trust trend and price right now after you can see this big proofs? Do you trust, yes or no? Type in the chat box, yes or no. Do you trust price and trend right now after you have this big proofs in trading? Trade and price makes sense. Absolutely. I'm happy for you, because now you have a big proof that it really works. I know it takes time, but at the end, that's the two guarantees in the market. For us as private traders, it's really important, because we cannot influence the price. So therefore, no, I trust the results on long run, not short term. So by the way, this is another topic. So you can trust whatever you want if you want. So, but thanks for your comment. So Now I forgot my watch. However, let's go to the next chart. Canadian Swiss franc. Oh yeah, now got my. We have two guarantees in the market right now. So the first guarantee, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break, and the guarantee is either you have a trend continuation or you have a trend break. Nothing more can happen. Nothing else can happen, and this is a guarantee: trend continuation or a trend break. So, and the second guarantee is the price. And we as private traders, we need a bit of more security, safety, and this is a bit of guarantee in the market. Yeah. So, and the next guarantee is that the price always comes back to its own fair or balance, keep a balanced price, the point of control. Because there is only one exception when the market decides based on another volume that it moves the price up or down. This is the only exception. Then you can see it in the profile indicator when they build and when they grow with the volume at another price. But even we saw in the past weeks, this is a that's a correction, really time extended correction there. And we could see, they grow volume there. Finally, look where the price went back to the point of control. I think it's a cool thing. So still Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, we are fine with it. And now the price is a bit of stabilizing there, but you see, okay, we can delete here. So, and now this is our trend. And finally, I expect that we'll reach the point of control here on the lower side. And we are a bit in profit. And we want to go out with half a position at the last point too. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Still in profit because we sold already half the position and it's still a trend. Yeah, and the point of control is quite far away, and here we will expect the same. Euro Australian dollar. Yes, and nice. We continued the trend again. Here, that's really cool. You see, that's the trend. So that was the trend move, correction, move, correction. That was the first shot. Important to see the re-entry there. Sold half the position, trend continuation, correction, trend continuation right now. So now just let it go. Yeah, the stop loss is in profit. Nothing can happen, nothing. Just wait for a trend continuation because we are still in the red zone, and maybe we will have the next resist here at the point of high, but it should not be an impossible thing that we reach this high from October last year here, and maybe have it on my plate. So just let it go. Euro New Zealand dollar. Really fine. So here we traded, we stuck to rules, by the way, and what we did there. So that's the trend. So that's the trend. Move, correction, move, deep correction. First shot, reach point 2, got out with the rest of the position. Second shot, and now we are back on track, and we will sell half the position at the point 2 again. So just let it run. If you want, you can trail your stop into profit. Just let it go. US dollar, Canadian dollar almost hit the stop loss, but it's still running. US dollar, Japanese yen. So a little bit in loss at the moment, but point of control is quite far away on the lower side. Trend is still valid, yeah, and yeah, let it go. So stop loss is above the last 0.3. Just let it go for the moment. So then we have one trade open in US dollar Polish zloty in weekly chart. You know, this is a kind of, we trade this in weekly chart, the exotics. And yeah, we trailed a stop. We sold already half the position and we trailed a stop candle by candle. So we had a balanced candle last week, which is kind of indicate that the price will come back a little bit. So we have the stop loss there. Nothing can happen for the moment. Okay, that was my part for today. And you know, we had the question of the day, can you explain what a trend is? And 74% says yes, of course, and 26% says no, I cannot. Thanks for your honesty, by the way. And tomorrow we want to dive deeper into how does a trend develop, because you know we trade the trend and we work with the trend, and therefore today tomorrow bit of education topic is how does a trend really develop. And I'm looking forward to talk about this topic because this is one of my lovely topics ever. Oh, I can see the DAX is jumping up. Looks like really cool. Good. Guys, thanks for your attention. Thanks, Anna, for supporting me. I wish you a wonderful trading day, a wonderful business day, a wonderful family day. Care for yourself and care for family, you know. And as always, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.